Here's my
now we're live. So here we go. Now we got it. So all that burping and everything is done. But welcome to Scotty Talks About. So as we get everybody going, we get everybody on our page, we should be up and running. So welcome, guys. Thanks for coming.
Oh, timeout.
We'll let everybody get loaded here.
Now we're live. So there we go. I got it all off now. The video's off.
Okay.
You made a horrible mistake having the two of us on together.
I know.
Well, no, not, you ask one question and you'll be good. That'll be it.
No kidding. I just got to sit here and pretend I'm not annoyed that Tepperman has talked for 55
I'm
minutes.
specifically not going to say anything unless I'm addressed. Tim, just so you know.
All right, we'll start around the room. We'll start to my left, which I have is Tim Maile, and then I have Scott Tepperman below me. So, hello. Kind of like,
Hello.
Make sure you guys are doing like Brady Bunch and turning to each other.
I don't know.
Wait.
I'm on the top on mine, so I don't know who anyone is, but
Tepperman's always on top.
Well, guys, introduce yourself. We'll start with Tim. Tim, introduce yourself.
I'm Tim, and I'm guessing I'm here because I do that paranormal stuff, but I've been friends with Scotty since, 2012?
Yeah, that's why you're here, because you're my best friend.
Yeah. Fox City's paranormal team, Autographs for Pooches, just an overall swell fella. And two of my best buddies here, I've known both of you for like 8 or 10 years. So this is both of you have put up with me for way too long.
That's for sure. And then down below, Mr. Scotty Tepperman. How you doing?
yeah, the same introduction. If you just take out Fox City's Paranormal, exactly what Tim said, I mirror. I'm here with my two best buddies. I'm here for some paranormal thing that nobody remembers.
Actually, a lot of people do it. That's a crazy thing, dude.
It's really weird. It really is. This GHI has had staying power, and I just guess the reason must be because there's a lot of crap that comes out now, and a lot of the older shows are held in a high regard, and GHI is one of them. So we're lucky to be associated with that. Yeah, but I love you guys. I'm glad we're here. And happy birthday, Tim.
Yep, happy birthday to Tim tonight.
And 45, and I'm done. I'm not sure my hair is going to grow back.
That's all right, Tim. You don't look a day over 57. You're beautiful.
If the lighting was better in here, you would see that my facial hair and my regular hair are the same color as Scotty's.
No, but you notice I had to change my hair because I want to look more like my avatar on Facebook. So, because everyone says I don't look the same, so I decided to get a couple more lines, a couple of this, and the hair, so I look just like my avatar now. So,
I don't go out of my way to lose any weight because I'm afraid then I'll have wrinkles. Because right now my fat face keeps everything nice and fresh. And
so I got to start the night out with a story of how Tepperman and I met. This was a great. We were at Pensacola Paracon together.
Oh yeah.
We went out to dinner after the Paracon, and we're sitting there and we ordered these great steaks. I mean, they're just delicious steaks. It was just wonderful. Great night. Everything was great. We're having fun, and Scotty and I were hitting it off, and it was really fun. I was just like, great, until the check came and Tepperman goes, I don't have my wallet. I was like, damn it. I said, I've been pulled. One of these guys on TV sucked me into it. Damn it.
Big time you. Where'd he go?
He's hiding. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And he goes, yeah, but not my wallet. I don't have it with me. Must be in the hotel room. I was like, I didn't even know he was staying at the same hotel as me. But so like, he goes, I'll pay you back later. I said, yeah, okay, I'll just pay it. And the cool thing though is you came back. You found my room. And he came down, and we've been best buddies ever since. So
well, you know what? In my defense, and in her defense, because she's real smart that way. But Kim, my wife, she was my girlfriend before, obviously. But I'm not allowed to hold on to money. So when I have my wallet on me, it's a rare thing for me. It's like, oh, I actually have to carry that around with me. So yeah. So
first time I met Tepperman, he ignored me for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Scotty, listen how annoying he is. I mean, Jesus.
He is kind of annoying sometimes.
Finally, Kim was like, "You should go talk to that guy. He really seems to like you." And now I'm stuck with him.
It's like little warts that you can never get rid of. You know, the both of you.
Oh, it's a big wart.
Oh, so by the way, Lorna says hi to us
Hey, Lorna.
from Winnipeg. Sharon says hi from the chat room. Dawn says hi. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. But yeah, that's funny. And then Tim and I met on, doing radio. And
In
then
the radio thing.
we did a case together and kind of turned our lives from there on.
The last case we did together earlier this spring, we solved a crime.
We did. Did you hear
Wow.
about the Tepperman? This was really cool.
Yeah, go ahead, Scotty.
This was really cool. Well, we were downstairs and we were cleaning up a mess from another paranormal group. And if you're listening to us from Iowa, you know who the hell you are. And we went to this house and they told this homeowner that there's a portal in the basement, a portal. Okay. So all these spirits, all these ghosts are coming in the basement, and walked right in. I knew that wasn't the case. We did have experiences though. We had a lot of cool stuff happening that night because the homeowners were there. I mean, this house was moved 3 times in history, and I knew it, I felt it. And anyway, so we were talking. So Tim and I were down in the front room talking with the ladies of the house, and we're just having a good time. And they kept telling me to look outside, and I looked outside, and there's this car that drove up, and then just drove around. You know, it came really slow around the front of the house. I was like, what the hell? So then next thing you know, they said, look again. And sure enough, here it comes again. One more time, they came in, put their light on into our house. And, and then like they did a Y turn and then they drove out and we saw it again. So we were like, what the hell's going on? So I have a baseball bat cane in my car. So I was going into my car to get it. And we're going to go down the street to see these kids. And Tim looks towards the back of the house and I looked to the front. And I was going after her. It really was. I had my bat. I'm like, oh, these are kids. You punks. I'm coming after you. And then when we came out of the house, they were running down the street. I mean, we saw them like a bolt from one house to across the street. We thought they were going to get in their car and go. As I was walking down the street, Tim yells, "Don't go," because there's more back there. And there sure enough was. I was just like, okay.
I went around the back of the garage and there was a bunch of them. And I just looked at Scott, yelled for Scotty. I'm like, hey, old man, you're not doing anything with this group of people. Get back in the house. And then we had the homeowner call the cops.
Yeah, we ended up calling the cops, and there was like 6, 7 police cops there, so we were doing our own live PD that night. And sure enough, the kids were vandalizing somebody's car and house. And they all got busted. And it was funny that when the cops pulled up, there was this girl that was walking away, and she walks right by the cop, and the cop goes, "Do you live here?" She goes, "No." And I was like, busted. She was done. And so they came over to the house where we were investigating, talked with us, and got all the details, got them all rounded up, and everybody
cleaning up after Iowa and taking care of crime.
What more can we do?
Yeah, Iowa, stay your ass at home. We don't need you here. Hey, Paul Bradford's in the chat room. He said happy birthday to me. I just wanted to point that out. Hey, Paul.
Hi, Paulie. Hey,
Hey,
by
Paul.
the way, I texted Paul to be on with us, and he never texted me back because I know he's doing all this coronavirus stuff. So, but just so you know, Paul, that's what the text was for.
Hey, Paul.
You can
quick
come on
story.
if you want to. Come join us if you want to say hi and you want to come in. Happy to have
Quick
you.
story about Paul. First time I ever met Paul, we got in an elevator together and he looked at me and he said, we're in the elevator, nobody fa. And I said, fa. And he was trying to say fart. But no, I love him. I love Paul. It's been way too long since I've seen him.
Yeah, me too. Well, I was at his wedding. We had a good time at the wedding.
My invite got lost in the mail.
I ate all the food for all you guys. Don't worry
Really
about it.
nice. The invites and the invitations were very well done. Really nice.
Well, I mean, everything was. The whole wedding was they had he has wands for all of us there. It was really Harry Potterish, and it was really cool. And his throne that he built, and the wedding was just amazing. It was a great day, great weather, great everything. It was just really fun to be there. One of the major things I did before all this crap came down. It's really cool. So exciting. But hey, Paul.
Are you guys working, or do you have to work from home? Like, are you actually going to work, or are you like, what's going on up there?
I'm done. I was let go permanently. So
Right.
I'm doing mediumship now full time. So I have right now, I have 8 students with me, and I'm so happy to have them. And I'm doing readings full time, and that's what I'm doing now. So
Nice.
I wanted to do that when I retired anyway. So I guess
Right, exactly.
now might as well do it now. So it's exciting. I'm very happy with it. And already I have 3 events booked already. So, things are starting to move. So very happy with that. So
Cool.
yeah.
I'm working. I've been working, and I'm on vacation this week, and yeah, this is how I'm spending my birthday. They said, "Hey, do you want to spend your birthday with Tepperman?" And I said, "Not really."
Yeah, I'm like, he must really have nothing going on up there. I'm gonna go on a webcam thing with Scott for my birthday.
Yeah.
But it's cool. That's cool.
Oh, everybody look at my escape artist.
Yay!
Oh yeah. Anyone ever? How far she go? Anybody know? You know where?
He was 4 doors down. He was hiding out in a basement, and turns out the guy was. He was told by my neighbor that it was my cat, and he just decided not to come over here and knock on the door. And then when
Was that the weird guy that we saw outside? That one time when he got out, that weird neighbor? Was that someone else?
That one time he got out, and Tepperman was between him and freedom, and he went right through the 5-hole. That was the day I realized Tepperman was not athletic.
No, that was the day.
Well, when we get together, it's not usually sports related, except for that time we played snowball fight in Michigan. I just got a text from somebody that said she would totally spend her birthday with Tepperman. I'm not going to say who. I don't want to get you in trouble. You've got fans.
That's Paul.
Yeah.
That's
Paul.
I'm kidding. But yeah, he was like 4 doors down. I was missing him for like 5 days, and it was like the old Office Space sketch where I wouldn't say I'm really missing him. But yeah, he's back, and now I lock him in the office every time it's time to take the dogs out because he's a little butthole, and I had to say butthole because we're on Facebook, and we got the warning from Scotty before we came on to not be ourselves. So
is that a thing though? I thought language was okay on Facebook.
It is now.
I always thought it was. I just, unless Tim wants to walk around naked, that would probably be the issue. That'd be an issue anyway.
I am naked from the waist down.
That's okay.
Most of us are. That's where
Camera right where it is.
In all my classes, I wear my underwear all day and just put a shirt on, and I'm all good. Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody stand up. I've seen too many of these videos on Facebook where people forget they're on Zoom and then they start walking around. Like the one guy went to take a shit. I mean a poop.
Oh, come on now.
The guy with his penis standing there in all this windows, and one guy's there. He's got his penis and he's standing right there, and everyone goes, "You don't got your clothes." Whoa.
I have to say poop, but Scotty can say penis.
See, penis is
not a bad word.
Is a body part, so you can say
penis is a bad word, Scott.
It is. Which one? That one or this one?
You are Scotty, and he is Scott.
There we go. Thank you. So, Tepperman, what have you been doing in Florida? So you got to go out. I was kind of pissed because we were like the first one to get to go out to eat. I was like, what the frick?
Yeah, it's funny. The two of you are the ones that come close to cursing, and me have a mouth like a sailor, and I'm good. Scotty wants that, and Tim dropped one. That was great. No, I think they were one of the latest to close, and apparently one of the first to open. But they actually seem to be doing something right. I mean, I know Florida man all the time and all this weird stuff, but they actually seem to be doing this stuff right. So we're doing our thing, and we're still being cautious, still wearing our mask all the time. But yeah, I mean, slowly getting back to things a bit.
And we went out to the restaurant last night and they had these new masks that were kind of different. They were clear. And they had it was like the shield that went out like this and then had a piece that went back to their lip. That way they kept everything in the shield. And I thought it was kind of cool. It was you could
Our
still
boss
see their
gave
face.
our boss passed out some a couple weeks ago, and there's like an elastic band on it. It's like a black a clear visor that like goes around your head. It looks like riot gear. Like, what are you giving us? But hey, we'll take them. Like, you can buy stuff, you're gonna waste money on it. We'll take. He bought us each thermometers. I'm like, yeah, okay. I've used that one time in front of him. And I'm like, that's it. I'm not doing it every day. He's like, check your temperature every day. I'm like, you don't need to.
Yeah, that's an oral thermometer, not an anal.
The only difference is a taste. That's it.
Oh,
He wanted you to check for ghosts. That's what he wanted.
yeah, I see Dana's in the chat room.
Yes.
You know, I think she lives like an hour from me and never met her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dana, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. This isn't all on Dana though. No, this is me not leaving the house. I don't really socialize a whole lot. So this whole quarantine or whatever you want to call it hadn't been too hard for me. But yeah, let's get back to what Scott's doing in Florida, though. I'm sorry I interrupted. What are you doing down there that's riveting?
Did you seem to ramble on aimlessly? What a shock! Wow, what a shock!
I want to talk about thermometers because who in the paranormal used thermometers? I know when we first started this many moons ago, everybody was using a thermometer, and now you don't see them out there anymore. Why?
They're not cool, I guess. Then I don't light up and blink and make funny sounds. And why?
I still use them.
Yeah,
I know we do, but I mean,
yeah,
most of them you don't hear them. You don't see them on TV anymore. You don't see them at all. And that used to be like the biggest thing that they used to point it across the room. And
you know what you see on TV? Now I'm gonna get on my soapbox here.
Yeah, go for it.
I hope you don't get knocked off air. You see a lot of people doing their spirit box with their blindfold.
Okay.
And you're just supposed to take them at their word that all these words are coming in their ear, but you don't hear it.
That's true.
You know, and you're just like, oh, he's asking these questions that are completely random, and she just happens to have the answers. Let us hear the audio, because I got a feeling that maybe those answers aren't the same as, you know, because it's TV, and you gotta get ratings and stuff. But that always bugged me, because it's like whenever we do that, because we've done that, it never works out that way. And if you've ever tried to use a ghost box or a shack hack in a basement, or say in a mine, you're not going to get much reception, let alone a ghost talking to you for about 5 minutes. So
By the way,
there's my rant. There's my vent.
I don't have
You guys can go
COVID.
back.
I drank the water and went down the wrong throats.
I
COVID.
don't care if you do. You're over there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you go ahead and you lick that couch. I don't care. Ah.
I'm licking Tepperman's head.
Not the first time.
Nope, not the last either. So. Yeah, I've just noticed that. I just noticed that when all the shows first came on, everybody had a thermometer. Everyone had those long range thermometers, and everybody was using them wrong because they were trying to get a point like right here, and yet it went all the way across the room to the other side.
Yeah, you can't have the one that measures the temperature of the wall.
Mm-mm.
But
Even on the
Dana
side
says-
of them, even on the side of a lot of them, it shows like there's the arrows pointing. It's like, this is what's measured and this is how it works. This is the trajectory of it, and this is how far it goes. Nobody cares.
you also didn't see the FLIR camera all that much anymore.
There's apps for it though.
There is, and it's very good for finding out where you need to put better insulation into your house.
Exactly.
Not so much, where you may or may not have a ghost. I might not be the best person to have on this show, 'cause
I don't care.
I'm like grumpy old man of the paranormal. Like, I really am.
Get off my lawn, kids! Get out of my house!
Yeah.
That's my lawn.
That's okay. You can be grumpy. I don't mind. Be yourself. We like it.
I just do my thing and they put me on TV for 3 minutes once and then they realize that's a bad idea. And
or they just cut you completely out, you know. They
yeah,
see ya.
they did.
Not too much.
That was 7 years ago already.
I know.
Is it
Yeah.
really? Wow.
And somehow I'm
You've
almost
milked
relevant still.
That teat runneth dry.
Yeah. Remember that cool thing that we did 8 years ago? Yep, still living off of that.
Well, I did meet with his sister though. His real sister. So
That's cool.
yeah, I still talk with them. So even after all this time. So
I envy. People always ask when we did GHI there. You know, it used to annoy me when people. You'd always hear rich people on TV, like some of these shows, like they buy these fancy houses, and Kim and I would joke about it because you hear people that are like, yeah, I'm a part-time hairdresser. My budget is $500,000. What are you talking about? But you hear all these rich people and they don't remember what countries they're in. They're like, oh, I don't remember where it was. We used to go here and I can't remember it. Do you remember where it was, baby? No, I have no idea. That used to annoy me really bad. But when we did GHI, it really became that because we didn't have much of wasn't a lot of quality. It was more quantity. So we would literally, fly into a country, do all crazy stuff in not the most nice areas, and you're not going to investigate like a resort. You'd investigate a broken down, forgotten, factory or house or whatever. You'd do investigation, research it, head out. And maybe you'd have one day off or whatever, and you go from one country to the next. So we never really enjoyed a lot of it. We tried to cram what we could in for one day just to see what would ever be the most, give us the most experience for that particular country. But it was in and out all the time like that. And it was not really worth it. But when people always ask me when I go to events, first of all, they're like, "Oh, you still alive?" No. But what they usually ask me,
no.
when I go to events and they say, one of the things that I envy a lot of you guys too, like a lot of the investigators that are able to go back to particular locations is because you can just like you guys, you like the prime example for that. The case that made it to the show and the one that you guys have been working on for years and building on, you get to establish relationships not only with the family and the homeowners, and you start knowing the place, but you start knowing the energy there or the spirits there or whatever's there, and you can get so much more out of that. It's cool that we do a lot of we would do a lot of places overseas, but if we didn't catch anything for 2 or 3 days, we're not flying back to Australia next week to follow up. Like this is what we had, and we would tell the owners we caught something or we didn't, or we're not saying it's haunted, but we're not saying it's not haunted. We didn't have enough that we experienced to tell you either way. And occasionally we would stay in contact with some of our we can stay in touch with some of our contacts, through Facebook or email, but we were never able to establish that kind of relationship that you guys have. And every time you guys bring up that particular case, I'm sure there's a few of them for you guys, but when you bring up that one particular case, I'm really envious of you guys because that is investigating. And you bring up the thermometers not being used and everything else. I'm sure they're used and they're not very interesting to look at. Everyone's got that down pat now from the first round of shows that hit TV 10 years ago. So everyone knows that they want the next thing now. But the fact that you guys really have stepped up your game and evolved stuff and with stuff and really been able to establish kind of relationship that you have with this particular case, just alone, I'm sure there's tons of other ones. It's really impressive, and a lot of people see that as well. It really is.
And they like that. I mean, that's what I like about working with Tim and the team. It is. We had a couple of questions, and we'll get into in a second. But I want to point to the fact that's the neat thing about doing these private investigations and not just doing the Waverly Hills and the other big sites because. They're over because we're actually trying to help people. We're not there just to make fun of them. We're really there to help these folks and to build the relationships that we did with them. The homeowner there, I'm giving her a reading this week. His sister the one that passed away, I gave her a reading about her and her sister a reading. And so for me to get to know these people and get to know the rest of their families and understand the energy and then to see the spirits when after they've crossed over, because he wasn't crossed over when Tim met him. You know, it wasn't until after we worked with him that he crossed over, and now he's a completely different spirit, and he's amazing to talk with. It's quite exciting, and but that's what I love the most about it, and that's why I love being a medium, because I can continue to talk with these people and grow with them through their life and really understand their families and their needs, and then to understand the sorrow and pain that they went through, and help them get through it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's really impressive. That's really cool.
I wanted to, Dana asked a question in the chat room. I think tongue in cheek, do you guys like anything? Any kind of equipment or method? When I go and do a commercial building or one of the well-known haunts, I'm really out of my element. Really, residential investigation is kind of in my wheelhouse. It's what we've done for 12 and a half years. And I'm willing to do anything once on an investigation, use a piece of equipment if it's going to help us, help the client. I'm not, I saw the smile on Scotty's face. I'm not willing to do that once, Scotty. But if I could be serious for a minute, the best part about paranormal investigation for me personally is the relationships that you create with the family, and a lot of those people have become lifelong friends, and they stay in touch, and you really feel like you've made a difference in their life. So I know we were just kind of joking around and having a good time, but I just needed to get serious there. So if anybody's watching this, I am able to be serious, and paranormal investigation is really something that I do take seriously, because I think we owe that to the family. We owe that to the field. I mean, not to get off on a soapbox here, but all the opportunities that all three of us have gotten because of the paranormal field, I mean, it'd be silly to sit here and say otherwise. There's a lot of things that we've been able to do that we never would have been able to do without the paranormal. Tepperman's traveled around the world, made a name for himself, and then transitioned into movies. I'm not sure that happens without the notoriety from GHI. And Scotty, your talent speaks for itself. And me, I've been able to transition. I haven't left paranormal investigation, but the platform I have allows me to make Photographs for Pooches a success. So there's I owe a lot to this field, and I'll come on here and I'll joke around with you guys, and we'll have a great time because we've known each other forever. But at the end of the day, I need people to understand that I love the paranormal field, and that's one of the reasons I'm a grumpy old man of the paranormal field, because if people don't treat it right, I open up my mouth.
And that's thoroughly 100% right, is the fact that we do, and especially since I'm a medium, I have to be. I mean, yes, I can go around, but I mean, I can't tell you how many great friends I've met. I mean, here's two of my best ones right here on the show with me tonight, and we're just sitting here jabbering, and we're gonna cut down like we always do. It's just the way we are. But without you guys at my side this whole time, I wouldn't have been able to get where I am either. And being able to teach and lecture and speak and do gallery readings and doing the stuff that really helps the people down the road. And I think that's the key to this, is helping the people. And unfortunately, there's still so many people out there that want it for the TV shows, want it for the other things. I mean, all right, Tim's going bye-bye. So
You got to turn the light on. It's starting to darken.
It's getting dark in his room. Oh, there's Murray in the back. But yeah, there you go. But you know what I mean? I think that's the most important thing for all of us is the relationships and the people that we've helped, and the homeowners and the people I do readings for, and to see the growth and the love in each one is just amazing. And that's what it's about, unfortunately your 10 minutes of fame doesn't happen, for all of us. I mean, Scotty had it a lot longer than anyone, and that's been great.
We've been in movies. Scotty was in movies before Tepperman. The only reason I've been in movies is Tepperman, and he's cast me in some questionable roles, but I've made the best of it.
I have a great role, and he continues, and he lives, and he will continue to live forever. White Lightning, he's great.
Yeah,
He's a man of men.
He is. Now, what if I was going to just comment real quick, I think what's really interesting with the paranormal, at least seeing it from being on TV and not being on TV, the fact that first of all, I never wanted to be on TV. I used to love these shows. Most I pretty much love Paranormal State and Ghost Hunters. Like early on, I just like those shows, regardless of whatever. I like those shows, but I used to watch these shows, and I was like, what is wrong with me? I'm better. Like everybody probably says nowadays, I can do this. I can do this better than. What do they do? Why didn't you do that? What do you? So I was happy to be able to get my outlet on the show by doing what I did, but so it's not to show that I can investigate. I know how to investigate. And I do take it seriously. My thing is, people still think we're a bunch of loons and crazy people. So when you get some people out there that have been around so long, you feel like there's probably some good stuff out there right now. To be honest, I don't watch anything. I've never watched anything. Even when I was on GHI, I just wanted to see how they cut what we were doing. I was like, did I sound like a complete idiot? Did I look completely stupid? But I really didn't. Paul and I would basically watch it and we'd text each other, and I would say something in a show and he would text me and be like, really, you said that? And I would text back like, you idiot, you look so stupid, like that kind of thing. But we had fun.
I used to text Paul and tell him he was in the wrong room.
Yeah.
I think I did you a couple times too. You guys are in the wrong room. What the hell? You guys put the cameras in the wrong place.
But what is the fact that not even early on, but I'd say 2009, 2008, right around there, it was always like if you weren't on a show, people just didn't treat you that well. They just didn't. And over the year, and now, but at that time you met and everyone had a book. Everyone was writing a book. I got a book. And then it was everyone has a podcast. And now everyone has a TV show.
I feel like you're talking about me.
No, I'm not. But like, or whatever, it's very easy to put stuff out there, and that's fine. But you still have to keep a certain level going, a certain level of quality. You just need to do that. Or completely market it as entertainment and don't mislead people, because a lot of people really will take what you're saying and totally be a sponge and pick up all that information. So you don't want to put disinformation out there at all. The thing that I'm finding interesting is the fact that, now that a lot of the network shows aren't on, and it's a lot of other stuff, like we were just talking, like internet stuff or whatever. A lot of people have made names for themselves without shows. And it's interesting for me to see, because everyone Scott's going to be here and GHI, and they flocked to me. They probably cared more about GHI. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but GHI, that's cool. And then they started knowing me a little bit. But so I got to know a lot of these people, and it's interesting for me to see that when ghost hunting, when the TV shows kind of calmed down a little bit, now it looks like we're in the second wave or third wave of them, that were earlier on, and then whatever. A lot of these groups fell off. Their interest gone because, this is going to be whatever. This is the old flavor of the month. We're going to get something new, and you could see who is real about it and who isn't. What I'm finding interesting is I see a lot of these people that I met years ago are getting these groups. There's clusters of people like, this group is now working together, or these guys are now working together, or this and this is going on, and they're making something for themselves and they're making a name for themselves. And it really shows that you don't need a TV show. And it's pretty cool because they always everyone was on a TV, and you had this high level of elitism, which was either earned or not earned, but it was just there no matter what. We see you every week, you're up here. That's not cool. Some people would just cruise on it and say, I have that, or some people would really work hard to do that.
But that's cool, that's what I have to admit. That's
people without the shows are not doing that now. It's cool.
I was in the Booth Brothers Children of the Grave too, and that's the only floor I've ever seen that was amazing, by the way, is what we captured in my section of that movie. So it's on Amazon, watch it. Anyway, we'll talk about all Scott's movies later to watch too. That was the only one I've ever seen a floor image that really showed something. But anyway, what to your point though, Scott, is the fact that all of us in here, like Tim and myself, we've gained our what, if you want to call it, notoriety based on our trust and what we do. and the amount of integrity that we have for the work we do. And that I think is really important. And you don't see that with everybody. Everybody wants to come in just in 2 days and do it. It's like, I mean, Paul Bradford was on my radio show in 2009. You know, that's where we met. And so I've been here for a while doing the work. We've been here, and Tim's been in here forever doing, you know, investigations, helping families. And that's why I want to be on Tim's team. That's why I always have. And I don't join teams unless I trust them. You know, I don't work with people unless I trust them, because it's my integrity. It's what I say.
And this is one of the interesting things. And I'm not going to, I don't even know if he's on anymore because I don't have any chat rooms, but I'm not messing anything on my phone. I just see you, Tim, and myself.
He's pointing.
I don't want to mess his stuff. I don't know who I'm pointing at, but Tim, Paul Bradford, he and I have had our ups and downs. We were really close, and we had our ups and downs. We're close again. The guy has been, God's honest truth, he's an awesome investigator. He knows exactly what he's doing. And what was cool for me, right? And he'll be the first one to admit he loved being on TV. He loved the attention. He loved whatever. And that was fine. But he had, you know, substance to him.
Right.
And then when he's been off the show, we've all been off the show. And, you know, I'm doing films now, and other people are on some of these other shows, or they're doing they have their own other projects going on, which is cool. But Paul has remained pretty much flying under the radar since the show ended until he got the most recent project. Right. And his passion has never waned, and it was there. And if that doesn't, you know, legitimize him more as a solid investigator, I don't know really what does. I mean, there were no eyes that were really on him for that stuff. And yet he still kept, I'm still interested in it. I still have a passion about that. Or I still want to try to do something like this and this and that. I'm sure still in the back of his mind, he's like, I want to get back on TV, which is fine. But he's a really good investigator. And then there's a lot of investigators out there. And it's just cool that a lot of these investigators that I'm meeting all the time, and I'm still meeting them when I'm actually invited to an event, because other than Tim, no one seems to care. Oh, Scott, we'll get someone else. Thank you, by the way, everybody out there. But there's a lot of investigators out there that are flying under the radar, and they're very, very good investigators. And it's cool that now you don't need to have a TV show to actually make a name for yourself. And we're all seeing that all over the place. It's just it's impressive for me to see
people trying to do the real work that's supposed to be
right.
What it's all about.
Right.
I know. Like it was about 5 or 6 years ago. John Zaffis and I had a conversation about this. And he said to me, he goes, you know, Scotty, someday down the road, it's only going to be the people that are really out there to help and do this right that are going to be left in it. And he says, and we'll be there. And I said, but that's what it's all about. You know, I mean, that's why we're going to be there. And that's what I'm happy to see. You know, I'm not happy to see and most of those have left. You know, a lot of them have left. The people that are running around screaming and getting hit by rakes and running around, you know, it only happens so much, you know.
Oh, I would tell people that all the time when they would always ask me for advice about stuff, and I would say, stick with it. I said, just wait it out, because the ones that aren't sincere will drop off, and it's like I forgot what it's called because I went to culinary school. I don't remember what it's called, but like skimming the scum off the top of soup or whatever when it cooks, and then it freezes, and you can take this stuff out, and then the good stuff is still there. That's what I'm just saying.
That sounds disgusting.
It is, but what I'm saying is like all the.
And I won't tell you about cheese curds, because the curds are the top of the cheese, and that's just as delicious as the cheese. So
I don't like those.
That's not
but it's making the people that have been, you know, in this pool of like thousands and thousands of investigators start getting more notoriety and getting noticed more, while everyone else is disappearing or getting removed because they're not interested in it. Like I said, it's not the flavor of the month anymore, or they just get bored with it, or they don't think they can get, they think they're going to get their 15 minutes of fame and they never do. So they move on to the next thing. You can see the sincerity and you can see not. I mean, Scotty, you know, we've had millions of talks of how I feel about psychics and mediums. And I think there's like, in my opinion, the 95% of the ones I've ever met are complete crap. And you're like the other 5%, like seriously, you know, and it's just your integrity and the way you are and the way we've gotten to know each other over the years as well. I see your passion and I see what you have. And it's cool when Tim I remember when Tim was bringing up how we met. It's almost 10 years ago now, and he said I would never talk to him, but we started really talking a lot. And Tim was, as he was picking my brain, he's like, let me know this, whatever. And it's been funny because we started doing events, not just Tim's events, because obviously people will flock to Tim because it's his events. But when we both did certain events, and I had my books there and he had his books there, he was clearly outselling me. He sold more with all his stuff than I've had. And I technically had the TV show. And Tim is always say, I'm this little nobody and whatever. People see, I mean, I think I have integrity. I think I'm a sharp and nice guy, whatever. But
Yeah.
Tim, people see that. And Tim has made that for himself. And you know, just to put in perspective again, the fact that somebody that was on TV and was watched every week by millions of people, and I can't, my book sales don't hold a candle to what Tim has been selling ever.
If it would have been millions of people, you'd still be on air.
Yeah, exactly. I think the ratings were fine. I think there were too many shows. That's what it was. It's like, oh, we'll miss this one. We'll catch the next show at 9:15 somewhere else.
But the franchise is ending tonight, though.
Oh, I don't know.
I heard that this is the last Ghost Hunter tonight, Rob.
I know it's a season. It's a season finale. I know that.
No, I think it's the show.
You mentioned my books, and I'm not gonna try to sell any books because it's 3 years
Books
old.
are really good though. The forwards of your books are quite.
Yeah, the forwards are amazing because they're both done by you. No, there was this one time I was on a boat with a celebrity, and they were complaining to me because self-published authors were making it to conferences before they were, and they were on TV.
I was privy to be there, Tim, for that.
I kind of felt like maybe they were talking about me. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it turns out they were talking about me. But I've always said
You have to tell me off the air because I think I know who you're talking.
You'll know, Scotty. You'll know.
No, but
is the first name start with a P?
He'll tell you.
P and J. No, I've always told you guys this. If the events went away tomorrow, I'd be okay because I still got what I do with the team. And look at the coronavirus. The events went away today, and I'm all right. You know, I'm hoping the world gets back to normal because I'm supposed to be at Michigan Paracon, and that's kind of a big deal. I wanted to go to that one.
I've always wanted to go to that one. I have never been invited.
Michigan is going to be the toughest because that's the toughest state locked down the most.
Yeah, I've heard they've been having problems.
Just in Detroit. So the mayor, the governor is just kind of going.
Why? Off topic. Why are you taking so many walks with gators, Tepperman?
Yeah, what's up with that, dude? You and your gator lover.
We this beautiful physique here doesn't maintain itself. So 3 or 4 days a week we try to go out. We walk about 3 miles, not too far from my house, but the damn alligators are out there, and now I think it's mating season. So they're out there and
they want to mate with you,
and they're very they're
going to mate with Tepperman.
Yeah, watch your butt.
That's everything. No things are huge. They'll eat you up.
Literally.
Yeah, and then have lizards
They're a
outside
man-eater.
the side of this. It's disgusting. But anyway, I'm making it work down here. But yeah, Florida's disgusting.
You love it.
No, I really don't.
There's always room for you in Wisconsin.
I can't get Kim to move up to Ohio. That's too cold. So I'm certainly not going to get further than that. That's not happening.
There is no reason on this God's earth to move to Ohio.
No, it's kind of centralized a little bit.
That's the one thing. Terry and I are looking. If we move, we'll move to like Indiana or Kentucky or Nashville or Indianapolis, somewhere down that where you are right there in the middle of everything. So if you want to go to
They really are. It's 4 or 5 hours and you're in different states all the time. That's fine. Yeah. Florida is like 15 hours from top to bottom and it's still Florida.
Smaller. Sounds kind of like Illinois. Illinois is exactly the same.
Is it really?
Yeah. You start up in Beloit, South Beloit, and you drive all the way down to Paducah. Or down to Metropolis where the giant Superman statue is.
Paducah.
That's Kentucky, but
Paducah also starts with the letter P.
I know.
Good job, man.
Yeah, I was on a boat once. I'm on a boat.
You're on a boat with Paducah. But no, I think that's, we've been talking about the last few weeks with a bunch of people. It's nice to see when we're out doing the right things. And
Mhm.
we've seen a lot of people in here. I have one of my students, Carly's in here. She says, I'm a great teacher. Thank you. I mean, she says, I'm a really awesome teacher too. And that's nice to hear. It's just nice to see when you're recreating yourself, but you're still doing exactly what you've been doing all along.
Checks
Yeah.
in the mail, Carly. Checks in the mail.
Wanting
No.
a discount for the next session, Scotty. That's what it is.
No, it goes up. The pig.
It goes up.
This is a paid endorsement for Scotty Rourke.
But I'm like going, if I'm that good, maybe I should be charging more. Oh my goodness. So any ghost huntings down by you at all?
I don't have no idea. I don't have time to do that stuff, and I don't really.
How far
have
is
much
your state?
interest in
How
it.
far is your state open though?
What's that?
How far is your state open? Like all the way?
Phase 2, whatever the hell that is. Still not enough to get a big movie theater open that we can do a screening for the movie. That's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, I think you go to restaurants and they're pretty much. I kind of like these ideas. I don't like people anyway because they're nasty. I mean, right? I'd rather go to a restaurant and have a person sitting 50 feet away from me. Bring that on. Do that all the time. I like that. I like people standing away from you when you talk and not shaking your hand because you're nasty. I have no problem with that. So I'm hoping they keep some of these things, but yeah, it'd be good to get back to normal, but they're moving here.
Speaking of nasty, Scott, remember the time in Tampa when you picked the lock on the bathroom at that pizza place and swung the door wide open while I was taking a crap?
There was nothing nasty about that. That was the funniest thing.
It was not funny.
It was
because this bathroom had one.
It was a packed.
Take a breath. Take a breath, Tepperman.
The packed pizza place.
There was one toilet in the entire bathroom, but the bathroom was like 40 feet by 10 feet. So I'm 25 feet from the door with my pants around my ankles doing my business, and the door swings open and he makes this horrible pterodactyl noise and leaves the door open.
In that packed restaurant. It was like, what the hell? Maybe didn't say proper things, but that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
So I had to get up and do the penguin walk with my shorts around my ankles.
That's funny.
It's not.
It's actually really funny. That's like legendary in Tampa now.
Legendary. I've never seen one that small. Oh, wait, I forgot we were on Facebook. My apologies to Shadowlands.
That's disgusting. I am just, suitable for children and family viewing.
Dana said that Beloit is the armpit of Wisconsin. I've never been to Beloit, but boy, they sure are not getting a lot of love here.
No, we have a very good Psychics Unite group in Beloit, and we're very happy to have them as part of the family. They're really awesome people there. So the town's not the greatest, but the people are there and they're spiritual and they are looking for the answers. So this is one of those towns that need to grow.
Yeah, way to save us on that one, Scotty. Yeah, that was PC as all PC. Let me tell you about Beloit and that wonderful city. I'll tell you what the real armpit of Wisconsin is. Fond du Lac.
Yeah, it is. Fond du Lac's not.
Are you guys making up these names?
No.
Fond du Lac. It's like, what are you talking about?
Beloit. How about Oconomowoc? We got a lot of Indian names up here.
I took Tepperman to the bar in Oshkosh when he was up here for the Potographs event in October, and he ordered 2 appetizers because Tepperman's thin, and they come and he's like, I didn't know they were going to be this big.
They're huge.
Yeah,
and we eat in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm asking Tim, and Tim's like, "Yeah, go get them." And the guy brought out like a platter. It was like a family platter. It was huge, and he brings out another one. Yeah. It was fun.
Now they're putting all in the chat room all the Wisconsin names like McGuanago, Kewaskum.
Yeah, they're making them up now.
No, they're not. That's it. They're still there. It can all be Googled. And if I say it too loud, my phone goes off and starts putting up maps of them.
Tim, your hair's too short. You look like an ex-con.
Thank you. Did I tell the story on air, or was it before that I told the story of this horrible haircut?
No, that was before. Go ahead.
I am not kidding. It was out to like here. And when my hair grows, it grows straight out. So I had this straight fro and it was gray. And Todd and I were going golfing one day, and I handed the clipper to Todd and I said, "Can you take care of this for me? Because I can't do my neckline." And so he's a good friend, and he shaves it all off for me. 5 days later, the lady who cuts my hair sends me a message and says, "Hey, we can open. You can come in and get your hair cut." So now I got to hope that this grows back. And it's been a week, and it doesn't look like it's going to.
It'll grow back.
You're getting old, so it might go away.
I am. 45 today. That's half as old as Tepperman.
It's 2 years younger, for God's sake. December, I'm gonna hit 47. 47. I feel like I'm 27 until I'm hanging out at night or I do things, and the next day I'm like, oh, should have been doing that. I felt that one.
Carly's in the chat room and she says Oshkosh is the worst. We have a beef now, Carly.
Because she starts blowing. Too funny. But I'm the oldest. I'll be 55 in December. So 55. That's why I wanted to work 10 more years and then retire. I was
Dana's still in the chat room, and I'm just going to put this out here for public viewing. Dana, you need to work with us on a case.
She'll be more than happy to.
Yeah, because we live way too close to have never worked together.
She's an amazing medium, and we had a very great show last week, so it was a lot of fun to have her on. So
I watched it.
Oh, did you? Cool.
I did. I was in there commenting and everything.
I was not, but I'm sure it was very lovely.
Tepperman doesn't have time for this. He's far too important.
He's got 7,000 old movies he's got to watch.
Yeah.
So all the ones right behind you, point to the one you love the most. Go right now. Turn.
That wasn't behind you. That you didn't follow the rules.
I pulled it off the shelf right next to me.
You like Saw the best?
Yeah, I tried watching those movies.
I know.
Yeah, my weak stomach. You damn near made me throw up.
I almost threw up watching The Hospital.
It's funny. Yeah, he couldn't even get through our movies, and he didn't talk to us for a while. Now he's like in every one of our movies. It's like he's become a staple in the movies.
Hey,
like, what have you seen?
Hey, quick story. Quick story. We're gonna get off topic. Remember that time we all went to Savannah? Me, you, your wife, and that other lady. We went to Savannah. We went on that tour, and they sat us in that room, and I was not aware that they were going to try to scare us. And then, you made fun of me, but I've never said I like haunted houses. I actually hate them. The entertainment haunted houses, I just want to punch people in the face when they jump out of nowhere and try to scare me. And you guys made fun of me because my 65 pound sexy ass jumped about 3 feet off my chair.
You had like a lot of little kids sitting there looking like,
what is wrong with you, mister?
Hey, you know what? I will admit though, and it's Kim still thinks this is funny because we had a situation about this the other day when we were leaving through the garage for something. But I am scared of the dark. Scared of the dark. Not just like I am scared of the dark. I won't go into a room till I turn the light on. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. But when I ghost hunt and I have the equipment or I have a ghost hunting shirt, all of a sudden I'm like Superman. But no, I'm scared of the dark. Like I do not like the dark at all.
Scotty, when we had the event in Kewanee and we were doing the public hunt, was it you, Joe, and Scott that were messing with the local drunkards?
Yes.
That is a fantastic story that you should tell.
Scotty tells it the best.
No, you do.
You really do. Go ahead. You really do.
Tepperman doesn't remember.
You don't remember?
When he says stuff, I remember. I'm like, oh, yeah. No, but he does tell it.
No, go ahead. I'll let you tell it.
I really don't. Go ahead.
Go for it.
That was good stuff. I don't remember the details.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You go ahead because he's by far talking over.
We did an event at the Kewanee Inn back in 2012. So this is forever ago. Yeah. And as a part of it, we did a public ghost hunt at a morgue, and it was myself, Joe Chin, Scott Tepperman, and Scotty Rourke, and it was right next to a bar. So we were upstairs, and the main level is empty, and there's this giant window, and there's a bunch of drunkards outside smoking cigarettes, and it's well known for being haunted. So the three of them are standing in front of this window.
Crack up so much when we do this.
The three of them are standing in front of this window, and then the drunkards notice them, and they think, "Oh, they're ghosts." So the three of these idiots drop to the floor and start rolling away to get out of sight line of the drunkards.
But
What?
they're looking in like,
What an absolute memory, though.
What
Holy
was
cow.
even funnier was that we took our flashlights and we like made flashes over there. And they're going, "Oh, see that? See that
yeah,
light?"
they were sitting there like this, but they were like kind of drunk, but they're like, what? Try to look through the window.
And they're like, and so Joe Chen first goes with his flashlight, goes, and he like makes it like move, like, and they go, "Oh, there, it moved, it moved."
Yeah, we hear him muffled outside, like, what the hell is that? I don't know. Look at it. That's good. That's good stuff.
Quick,
Watching Joe Chen, Scott Tepperman, and I rolling on the floor to get away so they don't see us.
quick Joe Chin story. I was at an event with him in Michigan, and I love Joe. And Joe came up to me and stood next to me at my table, and he just looked at me and walked away. And 3 seconds later, this horrible stench hit me. And Joe turns around and he goes, "You're welcome." He came over and shit my mouth. I can't say that on Facebook. Dang it. Edit that out.
All right, beep. Oh,
Beep.
it's gone.
I got him back though, because we had to go back to the
toilet already.
we had to go back to the cottage. He needed a ride back, and I locked the windows in the rental car, and I dropped one on him, and he was gagging all the way back to the rental car.
Yours are terrible, man. Trust me, yours
Yeah.
are terrible.
What about the ride up to Kiwani when we passed all those cow pastures?
That was funny as hell.
You
That
can
was
tell that
fun
one.
stuff. Were you picking us up from the airport or something?
Yeah, I picked you up in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We had like a 2.5 hour drive to Kiwani.
So we're driving back, and I think Joe was, I don't know if he was in the back or if I was in the back, but we're driving, and Tim had some reason had the windows down. Thank you.
My car at the time didn't have air conditioning. It was like 85 degrees out.
So we're driving down. I would see, I've been very, very good with my language, by the way, and I'm even going to call it cow crap country. See, he's going to usually drop something up. But he's got the windows down on both sides of the car. I think all 4 windows, maybe. I don't know if it's 2 window car. Anyway, we're
It was
driving.
4.
Cows all over on both sides, just fields and cows and tons of them. And Tim was saying, I guess they fertilized everything that day or something. I don't. What was it?
You could smell it. I didn't have to tell you.
The honey wagon was in full use.
But everything was quite ripe that day. And Joe, he was sleeping. We're driving. He's like, and the car's bouncing. And Joe's like, all of a sudden he wakes up and he's like, "What the hell?" It's really good stuff. It was wild. The look on that man's face, because Joe Chin is never speechless ever. And whoever's out there, if you've watched GHI, you know that Jim and I, that's my partner now. Joe Chin and I were perma partners. We would always be investigating together. So I knew him very well. He knew me very well. And I've still never have seen him speechless. And right there, the look on his face was priceless. I'm like, "Tim, you did that, and picking him up from the airport, you made that guy do something I've never seen before." That was good stuff.
Hi, Christy. Long time no see. Anyway, so
Hello, everybody.
But it was the 3 of us and Joe Chen. Was it? No, who was it in Kiwani when we did the investigation at the downstairs basement?
Yeah, that was Joe.
That was Joe? Joe Chen?
Yeah, that was Joe.
So it was the 4 of us, right? It was us.
Was that with the table, Scotty?
Yeah, when we were downstairs, and then I was telling the spirit to come around and touch us. And sure shit, it went around the room and touched each one of us. That was the 4 of us, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Was that the same place where the table lifted?
No.
That
And
was
I'm glad you're here for that, because I
That
tell the
was
story
wild.
and no one fucking believes. Oh, I haven't said it.
You guys are
No one.
disgusting.
Wow.
You guys are disgusting. I have not used any bad language.
And I'm going off on it.
Listen to you
I was just
guys.
like, but no one believes me because you were there. That we were in Winnipeg, Canada, you and I, at the Winnipeg Paracon.
I was also there.
Yeah, I know you were, but you weren't
Yeah.
downstairs for the.
No, I was not.
and
He had
you were
better things to
downstairs
do.
for the. We did the seance, the table tipping seance, and we're there. And at first they wanted us to do it. The cool thing was it was 100 years. It was 100 years to almost the date when Arthur Conan Doyle did his seance in that same basement in the same place we did it. So that was the cool part of it all. And so you were on the table with us. The guy from Canada TV was on with us. I had a couple people from the audience, and then the other medium that I didn't even know, she was on the table with us. And we were sitting there, table tip, you put your hands on, you watch the table move. And it didn't do anything. Yeah, because you don't want to put your hand down because then you can influence it. But if you leave your fingers on like this.
Jazz hands.
Jazz.
All right.
But, so then about halfway through, I said, nah, this ain't going to work. And then I brought through the sister of one of the ladies that died she was right behind me. And that table lifted and moved right towards her. And that was pretty incredible. And your words was, what the?
That's two.
I know, but he was just like, if you
That's
saw
two
Scotty
F-bombs.
face, he was
Well,
so
Scotty,
freaked out.
But at
Come on.
that point too, I hadn't known I hadn't known you very long at all. So I was like, this is just some BS. I'm gonna sit here. I didn't expect anything, to be honest. I was just going through the motions, and that's what's like, what? Yeah, that was good.
They
That's
actually lifted and lunged at her, and I remember you after trying to push that table to see how I did it,
Couldn't do it.
right, because it had those big grout marks in there, it would have never moved and lifted like it did. That was a pretty heavy table too.
Yeah, it was very heavy.
See, now I got it on video finally, thank God.
Nice.
Because I tell the story about table tipping because I do it in my classes or at Psychics Unite, and I tell them about us at that one, and that was a fun night. I remember Ben Hansen the next day saying to me, he goes, "Damn, I wish I came." I said, "Yeah, you should have come."
I say that all the time.
I know, that's your problem. Just do it, man. Come on. There's nobody home. You can do it anytime you want to.
You can drop two F-bombs, and I can't use sexual innuendo.
It's in your endo, not mine. Uh,
Nothing is in my endo.
You said it. You said sexual innuendos.
I'm getting all these messages. I'm sorry my phone is blowing up here because I'm so popular with my self-published book and my conference appearances that other celebrities are not going to. I'm sorry I've taken away your livelihood. I sincerely apologize.
Yeah.
That's a little sarcasm from Mr. Tim.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Grumpy old man.
hey, I'm also that guy that like I try to get along with my neighbors, but at the same point in time, like I don't like seeing them.
Right.
It's like I just want to let the dogs poop. But I'll talk. But I don't like people in general. It's not just my neighbors. It's like if anybody says hi to me in a grocery store, or they say, "Hey, put on a mask, you asshole." I generally just wave at them.
Well, that's what Kim and I are like. We feel like we're the Klopeks from the Burbs. All our neighbors, when we pull down to our cul-de-sac, everyone's so nice. They're outside or whatever, like, hi. And we're just like, oh, damn it. We pull into the garage, we'll close it, we'll shut the car off, and then we'll let the door close before we get out of the car because we don't want anyone to talk to us. And they're nice. Just, no, thanks. I'm good.
Dana said that my apology was heartfelt and she felt it. So
Wonderful.
give me a bigger role in the next movie because apparently this acting stuff is for me.
You have a bigger one in the new one.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Scott gave me a bigger one in that movie.
And what did we give you? And what was your name in the movie?
My name was Murr.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
The guy over my shoulder here.
So is that the movie about to come out?
Right here, this
Well,
guy.
I know.
we were, and I just shamelessly have it like right here. But yeah, we were going to release it April 17th, and then COVID crap happened. So we lost our world premiere screening because the theater shut down. And then the theater contacted us and said that when they do open, they want to make up money, make up a lot of lost revenue. So they're going to book only national acts because they're like a playhouse as well, and they want to do national films with national interest and appeal right now, like big Hollywood releases. I'm like, well, crap. So we're looking for other theaters now. We may have stuff lined up for a summer premiere like in July, but it all depends on what phase we're in at that point.
That was their nice way of saying you're not selling tickets.
Yeah. No, we weren't selling tickets. We weren't. But she even said that. She said she knows a lot of the because they always did regional films there, and she said we know that it's always a last minute thing when people show up and they get their ticket. That's just what they do with all their films. But they can count on, if Blumhouse is putting out a movie, if it's another Happy Death Day movie, or if it's a Julia Roberts movie, people are gonna go to that crap. It's like, I was gonna go see our movie. It's a gamble, so they didn't know. So yeah, we were bumped. And quite a few things were bumped. I mean, they're mostly doing shows. And I think some of them Practical Jokers are going to be there, or Sal's going to be there. And then they're doing other films and stuff once they open. So, yeah, we're getting another venue, hopefully. And then Tim will be seen in all, I don't see all his glory. He's not naked, but Tim will be seen in the film. And he is in the film with Skippy. He's got a scene with Skippy.
That guy. Oh.
Yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
and then
what a wonderful actor.
Yes, and then Scotty will be of interest in this film too. You'll be wanting to see it, Scotty. So let's keep it that way.
I haven't said a word to anybody. Nobody knows.
Nobody will know after it comes out either, Scotty.
I wasn't going to even say it tonight, and you were the first one to say it. And you're the producer and the writer, so I can go with it a little bit now.
Tepperman's the only one that heard my joke.
I didn't even hear
it. He said nobody knows. I haven't told anybody, and I said, well, nobody will know once it comes out either.
Oh. Yeah, pretty much. That's the issue. So yeah. Good way to get yourself into the next one, Tim.
I have a friend that has a projector. Maybe we could do it in your backyard.
Yeah,
we should totally do something like that.
We'll set up a sheet.
And I'll go boo.
Well, we have ideas. We do have ideas, and if it actually comes to fruition, maybe you guys can come down here.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Unfortunately, I was at Ashmore that weekend, and now I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. So a bunch of people that were going to be there were all in Ashmore. Maybe it'll work out. I know Jim. He just wants to get that out already because we're literally sitting on the film right now. Like it's done, and it's obviously there's DVDs. It's ready to go. It's just the film's going to play really well to a crowd, and we want to get feedback and reaction from people. And we at least want to do, even if it's just a screening room and not a big theatrical premiere, if we can at least get a ton of people in a room and see the interaction, see what works, see what doesn't, it'll help us with our next film because we think this is a good one. So
I like Nightblade better. I'm just saying.
Nightblade was good stuff. Nightblade was good, but I think this is better. I didn't at first, but I once we start putting this together,
I enjoyed this in my sneak preview. Before you guys did all your editing, I enjoyed it. I laughed my ass off. So
yeah,
it's quite fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Wait, you got to see the movie?
I did.
Oh,
I did. See if you invite Scott to things, it's better.
Do I have a dark patch in my goatee here, or is there something living there?
Probably both.
Like, right there.
Going on there?
Right there.
Are we out of the litter box again, Tim? Really?
Is that dinner? Did you not wash?
Well, I am on vacation, so showers are optional. So
yeah, you do have something going on there.
Yeah, I'm going golfing with Todd in the morning. I know how much Scott loves golfing.
Yeah, that's no.
You
I
know,
don't even think I like it when I'm 80. What is the idea of hitting tiny thing as far away from you as possible and then going to retrieve it? No, thanks. No, not me.
I watched the Tiger and Phil thing last week. That was really cool. Their fundraiser for COVID. That was a really good event. Live and real and neat. I'm glad that we're out doing the stuff that we need to be doing. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to have you guys here. So thank you guys tonight. This was a lot of fun. I know it's
This was.
over the hour already, but why don't you guys plug your stuff and we can go around the room and plug where everybody can find you and get a hold of you. See, an hour goes by quick when you're laughing.
Timmy.
Oh, you want me to go first? You can find Fox Cities Paranormal Team on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. It's Maile. You can find Photographs for Pooches on Facebook. All that stuff, and really not doing anything right now. We do have some residential cases lined up that we got here in the last few weeks. Referrals, which is honestly the best compliment you can get when another team in the area says, "Hey, we can't do this one. We'll give it to Tim." So it's
because we've cleaned up a lot of messes, haven't we, Tim?
we have, and I got to be careful because there's probably good people in Wisconsin that are doing this.
I mean, Charles in Milwaukee, and
yeah, Charles is a good guy. I love Charles. But there are a lot of teams that have put a bad taste in my mouth because they like, there's not a certain way to do investigation, but there is a wrong way. And the wrong way is to treat people poorly, and to ignore them and to not give them answers. And unfortunately, we run into that a lot. But yeah, we're doing some residential investigations. I'm actually leaving Friday to do a weekend investigation at the Hinsdale house, which is going to be incredible. Get the whole place to ourselves for the weekend and do our research and our investigation there. And we're just going to do it the way we normally do. And
it's a cool place, by the way.
Do what we find. My second time there. The first time there, I had some how do I say it? Some things happen that had me questioning myself for a few weeks. The house is surreal, and you hear stories about the Hinsdale house. A lot of people will exaggerate to get people to come in, but there's no exaggeration needed with Hinsdale house. It's the real deal. So all those things going on. I can't wait until this COVID stuff is over so we can start planning Photographs for Pooches events and raising some money for the animals again, because we're pretty close to 50K, and I want to get to 50K for Myrrh. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Both of you guys have been at the Photographs events. And I thank you for your involvement in Photographs. I know, Scotty, you're on board for an October event that I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Right. Let me know so I don't double book.
I haven't said anything yet, so we'll see what the world looks like at that point. I need football back though, so in September they better be playing football. But that's all.
That's awesome, Mr. Tepperman.
Well, we're just, like I said, we're sitting on our movie to put it out. It's called Hell's Bells. It will be out. There's a Facebook page for it. You can find that. You can find Los Bastards Productions, which is my film production company with running with Jim O'Rear, who's my business partner. And we are currently in early pre-production on the next feature film. That's going to be a slasher, 80s style, complete bloodbath. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we probably would have been filming that already if it wasn't for COVID. But we're going to say we're also working on another project that nobody really knows about, and it's going to drop between Hell's Bells being released and the next one being filmed. So don't say anything, but we're also going to probably start a fundraising campaign to help us with the next film. So save those pennies, kids, because we need your help, and we're going to be offering some cool perks and even a chance to share ownership in the film for not that much money. So yeah, it's gonna be cool stuff, and we're just staying busy with that and trying to stay safe and trying to stay sane. Awesome. And happy birthday, Tim Maile, again.
Yeah, I have doing Body Labs events, which in where we are in what cities we are here in Wisconsin, and we can be open yet. So we've already booked them for next month. All my events can be found on my new designed and updated webpage, ScottyRourke.com or ScottRourke.com or SpookyScotty.com. All goes the same place. I'm giving classes. I'm teaching classes now to people that want to learn psychic mediumship work. They're at least 6 weeks long, if not longer. It depends on each individual person. And I continue to do readings. So that's what I'm doing full time now. I'm very excited. Maybe then I can come down and do a movie now because I've got some time.
I always told you you're welcome. Always told you you're welcome.
Before I never had the time. Now I have the time. So here,
Exactly.
now is the time for me to do this. So I'm very excited. I'm super excited to have two of my best friends on tonight with me. And I appreciate you guys coming on and shooting the crap with me.
This was fun.
It's
Good
always
times.
fun to meet with each other. So, all right, guys. Well, I thank everybody for being with us tonight. We'll see you next week on Scotty Talks About right here on Facebook. So have a great week, everybody. Bye.